we're going deep, right, into the principle of value.
Mm-hmm.
But not exactly how you might think.
Okay.
We're going to be using a personal story this time as our guide,
Right.
to kind of explore how one man's experiences shaped his understanding of, well, what truly matters.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a really fascinating approach because
Mm.
the principle of value can be so slippery.
Oh, yeah.
Like, what actually gives something value?
Right.
Is it, like, inherent, or do we decide, based on all our own weird experiences, beliefs?
Exactly. And that's where this is
Yeah.
where the source material comes in.
Okay.
We're looking at excerpts today from Soul Accelerator, Part 7,
Okay.
which is called The Principle of Value.
Okay.
It's a memoir by Cloudproth Richard.
Cool.
And this memoir starts off, well, kind of unexpected,
Okay.
with stolen pudding.
Pudding, huh?
The pudding incident, as Richard calls it, becomes like this powerful symbol, throughout the whole story.
Throughout the whole thing, yeah.
Yeah. Think about it, right? He's a kid. He eats all the forbidden pudding,
Uh-huh.
tries to hide it.
Yeah?
But it's what happens when he gets caught.
Right.
That's really,
That's when it gets interesting.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's totally bewildered
Yeah.
that his dad is so angry.
Oh, wow.
He just can't understand why. Like,
Yeah.
his Brad's love seems to depend on forgiveness
Right.
for this, like relatively small thing.
Like, what's the big deal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is where we start to see the kind of the beginning,
Yeah.
the seeds
Mm.
of Richard's lifelong exploration of the principle of value, right?
It's like the first serve
Yeah.
of his life.
It highlights a totally different way that, he and his father understand value.
Totally.
For Richard, like, love should just be there, right?
Yeah.
It's unconditional. It's
Yeah.
a given.
Absolutely.
But for his dad, it's like love is tied to how obedient you are, how closely you stick to his moral code.
Oh, interesting.
I don't know. It's
Yeah.
it makes me wonder if this like early experience, right? If this planted a seed of doubt in Richard
Oh, for sure.
about, what love even is.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And he even
Yeah.
he even goes so far as to compare himself to, like, his younger sibling
Oh, yeah.
and wonders if the punishment would have been different,
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it's like he's trying to figure out the rules of the game,
So it's
the
totally-
value system, like, how does this work?
Yeah, like, is it consistent?
Yeah, yeah.
Is it fair?
Totally.
Wow. And this isn't
Yeah.
just like some,
Fleeting memory.
yeah, like, oh, childhood.
Right.
Years later,
Mm-hmm.
right? As an adult,
Uh-huh.
Richard is still thinking about this pudding.
Still chewing on it.
He even analyzes his father's letters,
Yeah.
hoping to find some hidden truth about their relationship.
Interesting.
And here's where it gets it's a little more interesting. Okay.
All right.
He hires 2 language experts.
2.
2. To help him like go through these letters.
That's
What was he looking for?
Yeah. What was he trying to find there?
It seems like a real deep need to understand,
Yeah.
to connect, maybe even to
To feel validated.
validate.
Yeah.
2 language excerpts.
That's not just wanting, like, a translation.
Yeah.
It's like,
It's every nuance,
yeah.
every possible way to interpret.
Wow.
He wants something very specific from those letters.
Or really specific.
Because-
Something that'll unlock this whole mystery of his father's love and
Right.
and maybe even his own sense of self-worth,
Yeah. Yeah. And that, I think, is like
Yeah.
a core piece of the principle of value.
Okay.
This search, always searching for meaning, for connection,
Yeah.
for something that like truly resonates
Yeah.
deep down.
Deep down. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not about like stuff you own or what you achieve.
Right. It's bigger,
It's bigger.
What matters in the grand scheme of things.
So as we kind of move forward here
Yeah.
in this deep dive, right, we're going to see how Richard's search unfolds.
Right. Yeah.
But through this lens of his relationship with his father,
Okay. Yeah.
it's complex. It's
I bet.
it's multifaceted, and it's a powerful example, really,
Yeah.
of how our values are shaped, challenged, and ultimately redefined.
Throughout our lives. Yeah.
Yeah, throughout our whole lives.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see where this goes.
Yeah, me too. Okay, so last we left off, Richard's, deep in his father's letters,
Yeah.
trying to unlock, like, I don't know, the secrets of their relationship.
Right.
Maybe even,
And the principle of value. Like,
principal value itself.
yeah, totally.
But I think it's more than just understanding his dad. You know,
Right.
it's got to be about understanding himself too,
You
right?
got that's key here. He's using those letters to like examine his own first serves.
Oh, right, yeah.
Remember those moments that like shape our values, beliefs.
Right, right.
He's trying to connect the dots between his dad's experiences and his own,
Yeah.
looking for like the root of their different ideas about love, forgiveness.
So what's he finding?
Yeah. What's in the letters?
Yeah, is there like a hidden message?
Yeah, some big reveal.
Yeah.
Well, the memoir doesn't like give us the exact words,
Okay.
but we see how they affect him, you know.
Okay.
He starts to get why his dad was so strict.
Uh-huh.
It wasn't like a lack of love, it was the times, you know.
Okay.
Back then, obedience, conformity, that was everything.
Oh, so it's not that his actions are okay.
Right, not excusing it, but
yeah.
it's a way for Richard to kind of reframe how he sees his dad.
So he's like finally seeing his dad as a person.
Right, a whole person.
Not just like the authority figure.
Not just the enforcer.
Yeah, or a source of pain.
Exactly.
He's realizing his father was
Shaped by his own first serves,
Yeah.
his own experiences that made him see the world the way he did.
and
Yeah.
as Richard's going deeper into his dad's past, right?
Yeah.
He starts applying the principle of value to himself.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, he's examining his own choices,
Wow.
reactions to stuff, you know.
Yeah.
It's like he's realizing,
Yeah.
understanding his dad isn't just about the past.
Right.
It's about his own present too.
Yeah, it's like looking in a mirror almost.
Yeah.
Seeing his dad's struggles reflected in his own life.
That makes me think, you know,
Yeah.
is the principle of value like this fixed thing we inherit,
Uh-huh.
or does it change as we change?
That's the big question, isn't it?
Yeah.
Richard's journey shows us it's dynamic.
It's dynamic.
It shifts.
Okay.
Changes as we grow, learn.
So like his understanding of love, justice, forgiveness,
Yeah, all of it.
even faith, right?
Especially faith.
It's all being reshaped as he comes to terms with his past, you know.
Yeah, and faces his present.
So we're not stuck with the values we were raised with.
All right, we can redefine them.
Oh wow,
Make our own principle of value.
that really fits who we are.
That really resonates.
yeah.
That's where the soul accelerator comes in, I think.
Oh, okay.
It's not about erasing the past,
Right.
pretending those first serves didn't happen.
Right.
It's using them, you know,
Okay.
like fuel, like motivation to move forward.
yeah.
Richard reminds us that even the painful stuff
Yeah.
can be like a catalyst
Yeah.
for growth, self-discovery.
So it's not just understanding the principle of value.
Mm.
It's living it.
Embodying it
Yeah.
in everything we do.
And in the last part of our deep dive here,
Yeah.
we're going to see where Richard ends up, you know,
Okay.
in his search for meaning.
Does he find peace?
Yeah. Does he make peace with his past?
And how does he live the principle of value going forward?
Yeah.
That's what I want to know.
Me too. So we're back for the final part of our deep dive into the principle of value.
Back at it.
And we've been following Richard through his childhood, you know, through this complicated relationship with his dad,
Yeah.
through a really tough loss that shook his faith.
Really shook him, yeah.
So now he's looking back on his life.
Mm-hmm.
Where does he end up?
Right.
Does he find all the answers he's been searching for?
You know, what's interesting is
Yeah.
his story doesn't wrap everything up neatly.
Oh,
No easy answers.
right.
He doesn't suddenly like perfectly understand his dad or get his faith back magically.
Wow.
It's different.
So what do you mean different?
Like instead of finding answers,
Yeah.
he learns to live with not knowing.
Oh, wow.
He accepts that some things, well, they just might not have an answer. And he doesn't hold on to the faith he lost,
Right.
but he finds faith in himself, you know,
Okay.
in his own strength
Yeah.
and in connection with other people.
So it's not about finding new beliefs.
Right.
It's
more like finding a new way to be a new way to live.
in the world, yeah.
Yeah, in the world with all its uncertainty,
And to find meaning even when
it's tough.
Yeah.
He talks about discovering his mea cara.
Mia Cara.
Yeah, like his inner voice
Oh, okay.
that guides him when things are rough.
So it's like that inner strength
Yeah,
that
basically
helps him keep going.
keeps him moving forward.
Yeah. Even when there's pain, unanswered questions.
Right, because those are always going to be there.
Right. So how does this
Yeah.
how does this connect back to The principle of value.
Oh, that's the key, right?
Yeah.
Richard shows us that it's not about dogma
Okay.
or any one belief system. It's about living with integrity, honoring your own experience,
Yeah.
seeing how everything's connected,
Plus,
understanding that value. Well, it can be anywhere,
right.
even in loss, even in pain.
That's powerful.
It really is.
It means the principle of value isn't
Yeah.
some rules from outside.
No,
It's something we create inside
we make it ourselves.
from our own, our own experiences, our thoughts.
And that's what makes his story like really hit home.
Yeah.
He doesn't shy away from the hard stuff.
Right.
The anger, resentment, confusion, it's all there.
But he doesn't let it define him.
Yeah. Yeah.
He uses it,
Right.
to grow, to understand,
Move forward.
to forge a new path.
It's like he's saying life's messy,
Mm-hmm.
and that's okay.
It's part of it.
There's going to be pain, loss, confusion,
Yeah, that's okay.
but in all that mess, there's a chance for growth.
A chance to really
Mhm.
find yourself, and that helps us reframe things.
For sure.
It makes us ask.
How can we use those first serves?
Right, even the painful ones.
The ones that hurt the most.
To create a life that really reflects our values.
Yeah, a life that feels true.
So from this deep dive, right,
Mm-hmm.
into the principle of value.
Through Richard's eyes.
What's the
Yes,
takeaway?
I think the biggest thing is the principle of value isn't a finish line.
Okay.
It's the whole journey.
The journey. Yeah.
It's about always checking in with yourself, asking what really matters, how we define love, justice,
Forgiveness.
yeah.
Right.
How we deal with all the complicated parts of being human.
Yeah.
It's finding meaning and purpose.
Not just in spite of
The
challenge, yeah.
in spite of them.
but because of them.
Yeah, because of them.
What a great way to wrap this up.
Yeah, I think it's hopeful.
Yeah.
It reminds us that those first serves, those little moments that shape us,
Right.
they can have like a ripple effect.
Yeah. Bigger than ourselves.
Much bigger, yeah.
Richard's story, it encourages us
Mm-hmm.
to be aware of those moments.
Yeah.
To really look at our own principle of value.
And to live with intention,
Yeah.
knowing that what we do, well, it matters.
It shapes the world.
It really does.
So that's it for this deep dive.
That's a wrap.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for listening.